how to change a boring-ass CyberTruck frunk from this to this. And thanks to TLYard, you can do this in 30 minutes.
Don't give it to you. Wait for you to get it on your own.
Hate it or love it, the CyberTruck has so many aftermarket features. You've probably seen about 20 of them on this channel. But TLYard has sent us one of the coolest things I've seen. So first, we're going to install it. I'm not going to show you everything that I do, but I'm going to show you via their video because it's one of the easiest installs of any modification I've ever done on the CyberTruck. And as I said, there's been about 20. So first, let's check that out. So the first thing to do is remove the frunk, which I've done many times, and I'm going to put a link in the video below to another channel that has a good way of doing it. It's really easy to follow. But just a heads up here, you can see me doing it pretty quick. It takes about 5-10 minutes. Is you have a few different pieces you have to unscrew. First are 4 bolts hidden underneath 2 plates. You can see they need a 10mm screw, and then 2 of these on each of the side, and then 2 in the back after you take off the top cover, and of course the windshield washer fluid cap, and then you got to disconnect the frunk button right here. Again, check the link in the description below. It's a much more detailed video of removing the frunk. So here's the box that it came in. Not very many pieces, packaged extremely well. You have the new cover, and then you also have some wires, the tools you need to do it, as well as the instructions. Now, to help with that, there's actually an installation video here from TLYard. It's okay, it's not the best. I'm going to put a link in the description below for one I found that was really, really helpful. But I'll kind of walk you through this one as well. Kind of give you the tips and tricks that maybe they didn't highlight as well as they should have in the video. But starting with that, like we talked about, the very first thing you have to do is actually get the frunk off. And I've done that for some other modifications, as I've said, so it's actually second nature to me. But again, as a reminder, there's a link in the description of this video to help with that as well.
You need to remove
After you
the
get it off, you
front
take
top.
off the current existing
Take out
plate.
the new-
But they didn't really show it. Here's a back view. Just push these clasps in, and they really just pop off. You can see it right here. Here's mine removed. Takes seconds to actually do it. And then the new one right here, you do have to insert these metal clips by hand. It's pretty easy to do. I think they didn't show this in the video. But after that, then you lay the new one up against the frunk itself, and you can feed the wires through. I didn't do it through the hole because one of the clasps, the screws have to go in there. I did actually blow in that big section, and it worked fine. So I think you can actually do either one. And then it just really snaps into place. Again, make sure you put on those metal tabs that came with it. It's pretty self-explanatory where they go, and of course you can always look at the visual instructions as well. But it aligns and clips in really, really easy. Now after that, you can actually put the frunk back on the car, but I had it on the ground to work on the wiring. Eventually you're going to have to connect it because I think this makes it a little bit more difficult. So they give you 2 different wires, and they're essentially T connections because you have to branch off. First one you have to branch off is from the headlights right here. You have to pull out that red tab, and you can use either headlight. You just need one of them. I chose the one, the driver's side. So you pull it out. This was really difficult to get out. But yeah, you pull out the red tab, and that unlocks it. And then in theory, you can pull the whole thing out, and you're going to use this to tee off into the frunk and the new light up feature. So here is the T that they give you. And what's nice is everything's color-coded or male-female, so you can figure out pretty easily what goes where. So as you see, he's inserting that new one into where the light was, and I think these are the daytime running lights. And then he connects the T to the old one, and then that third cord that you see there, and I believe that is the red and green one, or maybe it's red and black, you'll see in a second. That you're actually going to connect to the frunk, those 2 little wires that we put through the back. There it is right there. So I believe he's going to connect it right away. I didn't even watch this video because the other one I talked about was so helpful. But it is color-coded with the wires, which obviously is really nice and makes it really easy. So you can see right there, just match up the right colors. And the clips work perfectly as well. So the next part is that front button that you actually had to disconnect. You're going to tee off onto that as well. So very, very similar. It has a male and female, so you know which one goes into the front button and which one goes into the power source. And then you have the other wire that is also color-coded that you connect to the new light up feature right here. So again, very, very easy. And then essentially you just do wire maintenance. So you use some twist ties to make sure wires aren't everywhere, and you can reinstall the frunk and it is ready to go. It is that easy to install, takes seconds. Maybe not seconds, but I think it took me a total of about 30 minutes doing it by myself. So it took about 30 minutes. I really struggled with one part, and it was actually disconnecting the My Light to get it to the T for the light up feature here. So that was really it. It was this running light down here. It was just disconnecting it. So otherwise, this was probably the easiest install I've ever done, as I said. It took 30 minutes, and that's with not knowing what I'm doing. And as I talked about during the video, there's going to be some links for some even more clear expectations besides the instructions they give you. But this is just a gimmick. There's nothing fancy, nothing special about it. It has no functionality other than it makes what I think is one of the coolest looking vehicles out there look even more cool. So you do have the old one. You know, it's interesting with a lot of these CyberTruck mods, they're additions, not replacements, where this is actually a replacement. So I will keep this just in case, but I tend to think I will never replace this. This is just another really cool feature, especially if you use the CyberTruck for front gating as opposed to tailgating. You know, there's cushions, because that's the other thing about TLYard. This isn't the only thing they sell. They have a ton of different stuff. So let's actually check out their website. Like a kid in a candy store, so many different things. We're going to go strictly to the CyberTruck, but as you can see, they have every Tesla model right here. Look at how many different accessories there are. Just let's look at the newest ones here. So you have a little bit of a power share. You have some aesthetic stuff. I believe I have this bumper, this front gate. Here is the light up feature we just added. And they have a ton of sales and deals going on as well. Here is a refrigerator that actually looks like it fits in the back of, oh, that'd be really nice actually. I have one that's in my front, but I would rather have the one in the back. Carbon fiber stuff, different charging options. It's just endless. More carbon fiber and pages of stuff. So 60% off. They have some stuff right now in the US only. So make sure to check them out. I'm going to put a link in the description below. But big fan, like I said, a lot of really cool stuff, and their customer service has been absolutely fantastic. So check out the link in the description and see what you can add to your Tesla or electric vehicle. All right, so please check out TLYard. Again, this is one of my favorite accessories I've gotten for the Cybertruck, probably top 3 for sure. And big thank you to them. So again, please hit that like button. Please check out below and stay tuned because we have more Cybertruck accessories coming. Talk to you soon. Take care.